Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to your first lecture in Introduction to Programming. We're going to start our programming journey using the Java language, a very popular and powerful language used in many different areas. Before we can write complex programs, we need to get our development environment set up. Today's focus is on getting the tools ready, specifically setting up Visual Studio Code, or VS Code, to work with Java. Here's a roadmap for our session today. We'll start with a quick introduction to VS Code and why it's a good choice for Java development. We'll then go through the preparation steps, what you need before you install anything. The main part will be the installation process itself for VS Code and the essential Java tools. After that, we'll create and run our very first simple Java project. We'll touch on common issues and how to troubleshoot them, and finally, summarize and look at what comes next. Why are we choosing VS Code as our code editor for Java in this course? It's lightweight and fast. It opens quickly and doesn't consume excessive system resources. It's free and open source, accessible to everyone on any computer. It's cross-platform, running seamlessly on Windows, macOS, and Linux. VS Code is highly customizable through a vast library of extensions, which we'll use to add powerful Java capabilities. And combined with the right extensions, it becomes an ideal environment for learning Java, providing helpful features without being overly complex. Before we dive into installation, let's quickly check what you need to have ready. You'll need a computer running a relatively recent operating system, Windows 10 or newer, Mac OS 10.15 or newer, or a recent Linux distribution. You should have at least 4 GB of RAM, but 8 GB is recommended for better performance, especially as your projects grow. Make sure you have at least 2 GB of free disk space for the necessary software. Also, ensure you have a stable internet connection for downloads, administrator rights on your machine to install software, and basic familiarity with using your computer's terminal, command prompt, CMD, or PowerShell. Alright, let's start with the core editor. Step 1. Install VS Code. Go to the official website, code.visualstudio.com. The website should automatically detect your operating system. Download the appropriate installer. Follow the installation steps. Pay attention to these options during installation. On Windows, make sure to check the option Add to Path. This lets you open VS Code from any terminal window by simply typing code. On Mac OS, you'll typically just drag the downloaded application to your Applications folder. On Linux, the VS Code website provides instructions for using your distribution's package manager, which is the recommended method. After installation, open your terminal or command prompt and type code -version. If you see the version number printed, VS Code is installed and configured correctly. VS Code is just the editor. To compile and run Java code, you need the Java Development Kit, or JDK. The JDK includes the Java compiler, Javac, and the Java Virtual Machine, among other tools. Step 2. Install the Java JDK. Why the JDK? It's essential to build and execute Java programs. You can download the JDK from several places. While Oracle provides a JDK, it sometimes requires an account. We recommend using a free, open-source distribution like Eclipse Adoptium or Amazon Corretto. Choose a long-term support LTS version. Java 21 is the current LTS version shown here, but if a newer LTS is available, you can choose that. Download the JDK for your operating system. Follow the installation instructions specific to your chosen JDK distribution and operating system. To test if the JDK is installed and configured correctly, open your terminal and type java-dad version and javac-dad version. Both commands should display version information. If javac is not recognized, you might need to configure your system's path environment variable to include the JDK's bin directory. Now we connect VS Code to our Java installation using extensions. Step 3. Install Java extensions. Open VS Code. Press Ctrl+Shift+X or CMD+Shift+X on Mac OS to open the extensions view in the sidebar. In the search bar, type Extension Pack for Java. Find and install the extension pack published by Microsoft. This extension pack is great because it bundles several useful extensions for Java development, including language support, debugging capabilities, test runners, and project management tools. After installing the extension pack, restart VS Code to ensure all components are loaded correctly. Sometimes, VS Code might need a little help finding your JDK. Step 4. Java Path Configuration. Even after installing the extension pack, you might need to explicitly tell VS Code where your JDK is located. Open VS Code settings. The easiest way is by pressing Ctrl+ the comma key. In the search bar at the top of the Settings tab, type java.home. Find the setting labeled Java Home and add the file path to your JDK installation directory. The slide shows example paths for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Make sure to use the correct path for your installation. Alternatively, you can set the Java Home environment variable system-wide on your operating system, which many Java applications use to find the JDK. With VS Code, the JDK, and the Java extensions installed and configured, we are ready to create our first project. We'll start with a very simple approach. Step 1. Open the integrated terminal in VS Code, Ctrl+ or Terminal, New Terminal. Step 2. Navigate to the folder where you want to create your project, for example, CD Desktop. Step 3. Create a new folder for your project using the command mkdir my first Java project. Then navigate into that folder CD My First Java Project. Finally, open VS Code in this new folder by typing code. That's code followed by a space and a dot. The dot means open the current directory. Step 4. Inside VS Code, create a new file named main.java. Make sure the file name is exactly main.java with the capital M. Now let's look at the basic project structure we've created. You have your main.java file, which contains our Java source code. VS Code might also create a .vscode folder. This contains settings specific to this project in VS Code. Inside main.java, you'll see some standard code: public class main, public static void main, string args. This is the basic structure for a simple Java program. The main method is the entry point, where your program starts execution. The line system.out.println, hello world, is the instruction to print the message hello world to the console. Time to run our first program. Open the integrated terminal in VS Code again, Ctrl+. Make sure you are inside your My First Java Project folder. Java is a compiled language. First, we compile the code using the Java compiler, javac. Type javac main.java and press enter. If there are no errors, this command will create a main.class file, which contains bytecode that the Java virtual machine can understand. Second, we run the compiled bytecode using the Java virtual machine, Java. Type Java main and press enter. You should see the expected output in the terminal. Hello world. Congratulations! You've written, compiled, and run your very first Java program. Try modifying the message inside system.out.println and then rerun the javac and Java commands to see your changes. As you progress in Java, especially for larger projects or when using external libraries, you'll encounter build tools like Maven or Gradle. Why use build tools? They help manage project dependencies, downloading libraries your code needs, standardize project structure, and automate the build process, compiling, testing, packaging. They are standard in the Java industry. VS Code integrates well with these tools. You can install the Maven extension or the Gradle extension from the extensions view. This integrates their functionality directly into VS Code's interface and commands. Let's see how easy it is to create a project using a build tool like Maven once its extension is installed. Instead of manually creating folders and files, you use the VS Code command palette. Press Ctrl+Shift+P or CMD+Shift+P on Mac OS to open the command palette. Type Java, create Java project, and select it. Choose Maven as the project type from the options provided. VS Code will then prompt you for some information like the group ID, a unique identifier for your project often related to your organization or domain, and artifact ID, the name of your project. Follow the prompts and VS Code will automatically generate a standard Maven project structure for you, including the pom.xml configuration file and organized source code, src main java, and test code, src test java folders. As you're getting set up or starting to code, you might run into some common issues. Don't get discouraged. This is normal. If the command Java or javac is not recognized in your terminal, double-check your JDK installation and make sure the JDK's bin directory is included in your system's path environment variable. If you get compilation errors after running javac, there's likely a syntax error in your Java code. Look carefully at the error message. It usually tells you the line number where the compiler found a problem. Pay attention to missing semicolons, mismatched braces, or case sensitivity, as Java is case sensitive. If you open a .java file in VS Code and don't get syntax highlighting or intelligent code suggestions, the Java extensions might not be installed correctly or enabled. Revisit the extensions view. If the code command isn't recognized in your terminal, ensure VS Code is correctly installed and added to your system's path. One of the most valuable tools in a programmer's arsenal is a debugger. It allows you to pause your program's execution and inspect its state to understand what it's doing and find bugs. VS Code has a great debugger for Java. You can set a breakpoint by clicking in the left margin, the gutter, next to the line of code where you want execution to pause. A red dot appears. Click the Run and Debug icon in the VS Code sidebar. It looks like a play button with a bug on it, or press Ctrl plus Shift plus D or CMD plus Shift plus D on Mac OS. Click the Run and Debug button. VS Code will usually automatically detect your Java file and offer to debug the Java current file. Once paused at a breakpoint, you can use the debug controls at the top. Play to continue, step over to go to the next line, step into to go inside a method call, step out to exit a method, to control execution flow. You can also inspect the values of variables in the Variables panel. A helpful tip, use the Debug Console tab to evaluate expressions or print values while your program is paused. Another crucial tool for development, especially when working on projects or collaborating, is version controls. Git is the standard tool for this. VS Code has excellent built-in integration with Git. First, if you don't have Git installed, download and install it from git-scm.com. In your project folder, you can initialize a Git repository using the terminal command git init. Then, use the source control panel in the VS Code sidebar, Ctrl plus Shift plus G, to manage your code. You can stage changes, select files to track, write commit messages, describe the changes, and commit them to save snapshots of your project's history. Learning Git is a valuable investment for any programmer. As you become more comfortable, you'll discover many advanced features in VS Code and the Java extensions that speed up development. Code navigation. Quickly jump to where a variable or method is defined, F12. Peek at its definition without leaving the current file, Alt plus F12, or find everywhere it's used, Shift plus F12. Drill plus space triggers code suggestions as you type, testing support. If you write automated tests, which we'll learn about later, you can run and debug them directly from the Test Explorer view. Refactoring. Easily rename variables or methods everywhere they are used, F2. Get quick fixes for errors, Ctrl plus. Access a refactoring menu for complex changes, Ctrl plus Shift plus R, or automatically format your code, Alt plus Shift plus F. These features significantly boost productivity. To summarize this foundational lecture, you should now have your development environment ready. Let's go through the checklist. VS Code installed. Java JDK working and verified. Java extensions active in VS Code. Java path configured so VS Code and the system can find the JDK. Optionally, build tool integration like Maven set up. Optionally, Git version control initialized for your project. And most importantly, your first simple Java program created, compiled, and executed. Now that your tools are ready, you are set to begin the exciting part, learning programming concepts in Java. Our next steps will involve diving into Java syntax and data types, how to declare variables, and work with different kinds of information. We'll start introducing programming concepts which Java is built upon. You'll continue practicing debugging to understand program flow and fix issues. We'll also explore working with build tools like Maven or Gradle in more detail and using version control with Git effectively. Here are some essential resources to help you on your journey. The official VS Code documentation for Java provides detailed information about the editor's features. The official Oracle Java tutorial is a comprehensive guide to the Java language itself. If you choose to use Maven or Git, their official guides are invaluable. And for questions you encounter, Stack Overflow is a massive community resource where you can often find answers or ask your own questions. Don't hesitate to use these resources as you learn and practice. That concludes our first lecture on setting up your Java programming environment. You have taken a crucial first step, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture where we'll start writing more code.